I'm Margaret.
And I'm Colleen. And we're the Cousins Weird.
We're the Cousins Weird.
That was way off. We're not together.
Yeah, it was bad.
That was bad, but that's all right. I think it's part of our charm.
On my end, it was totally, like, in sync.
Was it really? There's such a delay. Oh, my goodness.
There's a really bad delay today, so we apologize. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
But this is Terrible Trend 32.
No, 32.
32.
Is it 32?
Yay!
And that we just did episode 52, so we're 20 episodes apart. Whoop.
Right? 32? I could be wrong. You'll know in the title.
Yeah, the title will be right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. So today, we're going to go back to the 1800s.
My favorite time. In
the 1800s, yep. The United States was going through, like, our Industrial Revolution. From 1849 to 1882, there were around 180,000 Chinese immigrants that came to the United States. And they did this mostly to help with construction of the Transcontinental Railroad. And most of these Chinese immigrants that came into the States, they were indentured workers. So, like, they were brought here and they had to sign contracts to work
it
for
off.
companies. Right, and they had to work, and most of these contracts were about 4 to 5 years long. So, like, they had to work as long as 5 years, getting paid barely anything, really low wages, much lower than the white people who were working for the railroad at this time.
No, of course.
But they were here. They brought with them a lot of their traditional healing. Like, they used a lot of different herbs and things for healing their bodies, and
they like their opium
of Chinese medicine today. Yeah, this isn't actually about opium though.
Oh,
you know? And one of the things that they brought was snake oil, made from the Chinese water snake.
No,
and this snake is.
Why are we doing a snake episode, Margaret?
We're doing a snake episode, yeah.
Oh my god!
But I mean, honestly. This snake oil is high in omega-3 fatty acids, right? And this is known to reduce inflammation, and it was particularly effective at treating arthritis and bursitis and any kind of topical pain. You just rub it in. And honestly, you can go to the mustard seed or any other health food store and get something called emu oil, which is a similar fat that comes from the emu bird that you use topically pain relief.
I'm all right with that. You know? Don't be putting snake juice near me. No.
So, around the same time and a little later, patent medicines were becoming popular in the United States. And if you don't understand what I mean by patent medicines, these were medicines that they would get a patent for that were like elixir of life. And most of them were just like flavoring additives. They had cocaine, alcohol, opium, that kind of thing. So, like, there's all these new medicines and elixirs and all these things being sold right now. So, there's a man by the name of Clark Stanley. He was born in Abilene, Texas in 1854. He was a cowboy, and his other name that he was known as was the Rattlesnake King.
Oh, God, no. Why are we doing a snake episode?
He claimed to have... Yeah, this is a snake episode. Sorry.
This is awful.
And he claimed that he learned, while he was a cowboy, he learned the secrets of snake oil from the Hopi people from the area. And eventually, he teamed up with a Boston pharmacist to make and sell his snake oil at medicine shows through the West. So, like, he's like old, and it's like, he didn't mention Chinese water snake oil at all. Like, but that's where the original snake oil came from.
Right.
And there actually was something that they used for healing, but they couldn't find this snake in the United States. So all the oil that they had come from China with them, right?
Okay.
And it worked. Like, people used it and was like, wow, this actually helps my aching back, or my knee that I hurt. The Rattlesnake King, Mr. Clark Stanley, went to the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, Illinois in 1893. I think they also called it the World's Fair. I think it's the same.
Oh, okay.
Right? At this fair, he took a live rattlesnake
No.
Sliced it in half.
No.
Before a crowd of people, threw it in a vat of boiling water, and when the fat floated to the top, he skimmed it off, bottled it, and sold it to the people there.
That
it should be noted. Yes, it should be noted this was probably the only snake oil he ever sold that actually had snake oil in it.
Oh, so, he's a real shyster.
He was selling? Yes.
That's where the term snake oil came from, I'm assuming.
In 1906, the Pure Food and Drug Act legislation passed, and by 1917, some of his snake oil, they got their hands on it, and they tested it, and it was found to contain absolutely no snake oil at all.
Ooh.
It was basically mineral oil, capsaicin, which capsaicin comes from red peppers,
right?
And turpentine. So it probably, when you put on it, was hot.
Warm.
So they formed up on the skin, so it probably did help with pain relief, but it didn't have any snake in it. And the Rattlesnake King was a fraud.
Right.
So after this, like when it became known that he was selling snake oil that didn't have any snake in it,
right,
everybody started to associate the term with snake oil or snake oil salesman with fraud.
Oh.
This asshole Clark Stanley
killed a big rattlesnake.
There was a study done in 1989 by Richard Koonin that showed that the Chinese water snakes have over 3 times the amount of omega-3s in them than rattlesnakes have. So, even if this guy's snake oil contained rattlesnake oil, it might not have done anything anyway.
It wouldn't have helped, like, the water snake.
And Clark, I said his name was Clark, right?
You're sounding like me.
Charles? No, it's not Charles. Clark. I'm sick, alright? I'm on lots of medicine. He was fined $20, which nowadays would equal about $470, is basically what he was fined for his fraudulent medicine. In the grand scheme of things, probably wasn't all that much, compared to how much he sold.
He probably made way more than that.
But the one thing that's lasted from his snake oil is the fact that we like to tell people, there's snake oil salesman for you.
See, I never knew that.
Sell you snake oil.
I didn't know that it was a thing that actually worked originally.
Yeah.
I thought it was a thing that
Chinese version just made it worked.
Not his.
Yep. But then a guy did.
Well, it could have helped with some pain because of the warmness. Because it's like an icy hot.
Most of those patent medicines were all snake oil. You know what I mean? Like, they all were basically fraudulent. It helps you sleep. It's because it's full of alcohol and opium. So, yeah, you are going to sleep.
Well, they aren't lying.
Become addicted.
And that's the thing. That's where it starts to get real unethical. When it has an addictive property and you can't stop taking it. So I have to have my sleepy time medicine. Because I'm addicted to opioids.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's awful.
That's my story. That's my story of snake oil.
I don't know why you have to do feet and snakes and things I don't like. Why do you have to do that to me?
It was interesting. Well, the one didn't actually have snake in it, so you'd have been okay with it.
No, I don't want. It had the word snake. My snake phobia has gotten to a level. Okay, I never have loved snakes. Like, I've never been like going out of my way to find a snake. However, I never was as afraid of snakes as I am as I got older for no reason. Like, I've never been like attacked by a snake or anything bad happened to me with snakes. I just had this irrational like phobia, and it reached a peak one time when we were on a little hike with Griffin and Abby, and Griffin and Rich were like, "Oh my God, there's this big ball of snakes over here." Big ball of snakes. And I didn't see it, mind you, screamed, cried. I was crying and jumped on a picnic table. Like, didn't have control over myself. Didn't say to myself, I need to get up high. My body jumped onto a picnic table and I was crying. And that's when I realized, oh my God, like, this isn't just I don't like snakes. I literally cannot stand it. It's to the point that if there's a snake, like, art. Like I wanted to buy this really cool bottle at Target. It was a Halloween thing. And it was like ombre, and it was pretty. It looked like a potion bottle, and I turned it around, and there was a golden snake on it. Couldn't get it because there was a snake on. Like it was pretty, but I couldn't. I was like even like a depiction of a snake at this point. It's horrifying to me. I don't know what's wrong.
So funny.
It's so weird, but I can't.
I'm not fond of frogs, but I love like stuffed frogs. I even like realistic looking frog statues.
No, I like in the shakes.
A real frog, I'm good.
I can't. I don't want to see fake snakes. Mm-mm.
And the thing is too, like with frogs, is like if they're alive, they can jump up in my face, and I don't want them jumping at me.
You don't like the startledness.
I don't. Yeah, the whole it's like you don't know what's gonna happen. They can just jump at you, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. If it's a bunny jumping at me, that's fine. Because they're fuzzy and cute.
Well, you can see them coming better, too. I feel like you can see them coming.
They would never jump at you. They would jump away. Unless you've ever watched Watership Down, which I've never.
Horrifying.
On it
nope. Scary.
My parents wouldn't let me watch it as a kid, and it's probably a good thing.
I'll never watch it. I
would never be able to watch anything for rabbits.
No. If I see a snake out in the wild, I lose my shit. I don't want to do that.
Funny. I don't want to catch. I'm not like a person who will catch. I don't want to touch wild animals. I'm going to catch them. I just want to let them do the thing in the wild. But if I see a snake, I'll like look at it. Like as long as they'll startle me. Like I'll go woo, and I'm like, ooh, it's cool, and I'll look at it. As long as it's going away from me, because that's what you usually do. Yeah. I'll look at them, but
I don't want to kill them. Like, I won't be like, oh, I will kill that snake. Cause I just don't want to be near it. I'm fine with it living. Just don't live near me. Don't come near me. I won't kill you. Even if you come near me, I'll run the other way. I don't want anyone else to kill it either. Phobia. I have a horrible, I don't know what snake phobia is, but I have it. I remember the movie Anaconda? Don't think I could ever watch it again. I can't handle the thought of having a snake near me at any point, even in a movie on TV. I can't watch things with snakes in them. And I watched Naked and Afraid, and they ate a snake, and I was like, I'm out. Can't do it. So disgusting.
Nope. Yuck. It's gross.
So, now that everyone knows my phobia, and hopefully they don't start sending pictures of snakes in her email, I'll never open an email
Colleen,
again.
There you go.
I know. They'll be sending us...
There's that one I sent to Renee. I sent to my sister Renee, because she doesn't like snakes either. It was like a picture, and it was all these little things that looked up. There's like 20 of them, and they were all snakes, and they all looked at you. It was like their little heads. And she did not appreciate it.
That's mean. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I'll cry. I will cry. I can't do it. It's irrational and stupid, and I don't even like the fact that that's how I am. Like, I don't want to be that person, but I am that person.
Like the scene in Labyrinth, the Jareth takes the snake and he throws it at Sarah and it turns into a scarf. It's like, don't even joke about that.
That's not funny. Fun. That's not funny. I don't find that funny. I'll run and scream and never speak to you again. Don't do that. Don't try to scare me by putting a fake snake somewhere. I would never speak to David Bowie again if he tried to throw a pretend snake at me.
God. If he threw a snake at me, I would be very sad and I would cry, but I would still love him.
I wouldn't. Him and I would not be friends anymore.
Like, you can't be my friend.
I didn't want to be anyway. Anyway, you should follow us, but I am not going to post a picture of a snake on our Facebook or Instagram. So if you have a picture of a snake, Margaret, that you think is going to go up on our Instagram or our Facebook, you're going to have to post that yourself.
It's funny. I have the picture of Clark Stanley, his picture, and then a picture of his advertisement for a snake oil.
Okay. Is there a snake on the advertisement?
It's a drawing. That's not real.
I guess I'll do it, but I don't want to. I'll do it. Anyway, follow us on Facebook and Instagram so you can see the pictures of our episodes, and also our episodes post to Facebook so you can share them to your friends, because if you're listening to us, you're weird like we are, and your friends probably are too, and they're going to want to listen also, so you better make sure you share.
Yeah, and if you want to reach out to us with snake pictures, I'm kidding.
Don't just do it.
Snake pictures. So if you want to reach out to us with any kind of message, you want to share a story with us, anything like that, feel free to send us an email. Our email is thecousinsweird@gmail.com. Or you can send us a direct message through Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, those are great places to reach out to us at. If you want to support our podcast other than sharing it, which is the absolute best way, you can go to patreon.com/thecousinsweird. For $1 a month, you become a freaky friend. You get a sticker and you get bonus episodes. For $5 a month, you get the same thing, but you also get ad-free episodes, a yearly gift, and a monthly chat with other Patreons and us. Which is fun.
We're fun.
Do not put your pet snake on the monthly chat or I'll hang up. I don't judge you for having a snake.
Only humans and furry
pets allowed.
Don't put
dogs and cats, love them. Hamsters. Bats don't even bother me. Snakes, no.
They have fur.
So, that's it.
All right. Stay freaky.
Bye.
Bye.